What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with episode 51 of what to buy on eBay. I've got vintage collection, vintage Kenner items, loose, graded, all kinds of good stuff, as well as a few comic books that are all really hot, and I want to bid on so much of this stuff. I've got a ton to go through, so we're not going to kind of do any more introductions. I've just got way too much stuff. And I had to whittle this down. I really did. There's so much good stuff on eBay right now. The first one is an auction for an AFA 80 12-back B Takara Darth Vader. What a stunner. This is unpunched with no price sticker. I would love to buy this if I could. This is awesome looking. And the subgrades are straight 80s. And, you know, it looks like a little bit of spider veining on the actual Takara sticker there. A little bit of card wave to it, but crystal clear blister. That is a beauty. Right now it's at $445 in an auction. This one ends in 8 days, 12 hours as of the making of this video at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So be on the lookout for that one. And the seller also has this one, a C3PO graded AFA 85, same card back, or yeah, 12-back B Takara, same card back. AFA 85 archival case with the alternate head. This is a really rare item. The C3PO, as well as the Darth Vader, I believe, they did come with alternate head sculpts for these Takaras. And the Vader, I don't think, is the alternate head sculpt. No, it's not. That's the standard head sculpt. But the Takara C3PO is the alternate head sculpt, and it's an AFA 85. That one's only at $200 right now. I expect that one to go for quite a bit of money as well. That one is a punched example with no price sticker. That one ends at roughly the same time at 8:50 p.m. Central Time in 8.5 days or so. So be on the lookout for those two. And as always, vet these sellers. Make sure you zoom in on the photos, and I'll include in the video description the item numbers so you guys can go and look them up. Next up is an AFA 80 No COO Bossk. This is one of the tougher variants to track down. It seems to always degrade, and the chest on this one is no exception. You can see there's a slight discoloration to the torso piece there, but this is a standard kind of thing with the No COO Bossk, as well as the orange head Bossk. They have the same kind of plastic they use, and the torso piece tends to kind of lighten up, and it's almost like a banana color versus the arms, which are a darker yellow. But this one did get the 80 from UKG, and there is the subscores on that one. The figure got an 80, paint 85 for an overall 80%. No COO Bossk. This one's a buy it now situation for 100 pounds. Pretty good deal. 127 US dollars. Plus shipping, and even the global shipping program to the U.S. is only $21.50. So you could pick this one up for, let's call it about 145, 150 bucks or so if you're in the U.S., and probably even cheaper if you're in the U.K. This is probably one to watch and see if the seller makes any offer to you. And this seller does have Magpies_Trove. This seller does have a number of items available. So I just picked this one out, but this seller does have a bunch of other stuff available. Next up, KE_Toys, which is based right near me in Tennessee, always has really nice high-grade modern items for sale. And this seller has a number of beautiful early TVC 1.0 that are graded for sale at auction right now. And the first one is an uncirculated 9.25 Boba Fett foil cardback Ultimate Galactic Hunt. 9.25 grade. Tough to find this one in such a high grade and uncirculated. This one's at $187.50, and this one ends Monday night at about 10:40 Eastern time. So that's one of them. Here's another one, General Grievous. This is the standard card, not the foil card back. We'll get to that one in a second. This one is an uncirculated 9.0, but it is punched. It's not unpunched. And that one's at $128.50. That ends around the same time. No, I take that back. This one ends Monday morning at 9:24 a.m. Central. So that's in about 5 days or so as of the making of this video. This one does end at kind of a weird time, though, so maybe you get lucky on that one. Same seller also has an uncirculated 9.0 foil General Grievous. So two beauties there. And this is another case where the seller does have some items that I'm not showing in the video. So go check out his other inventory. All of them are at auction, and they're beautiful high-grade early TVC 1.0. But that one's at $108.50, and again, that one ends Monday morning as well. This one is an ungraded Taiwan Boba Fett, and it's listed as having the correct blaster. I don't know enough about these blasters, and I did not look it up on the Imperial Gunnery to confirm that, but the Fett itself looks to be very clean. One little scratch on the armor there, but if you're looking for a nice high-grade Boba Fett, loose, complete, ungraded, that's a really nice example. That one ends Sunday night at 9:05 p.m. Central. Right now it's at $26, so hopefully you can get that one for, you know, under $100, maybe 85 to $100. I don't know. The blaster, if it's the correct one, can go for that much by itself, so just keep that in mind. But the Fett himself has got great colors, not too much damage to it, probably easily an 80 grade. Alvin Vintage Toys, Al Vintage Toys Limited has some loose UKG graded high grade examples that I wanted to show you. And this is, again, not all of his inventory, but he's got a molded boots Hoth Rebel Soldier graded UKG 90%. Right now it's at 93 pounds, which is 119 US dollars. That one ends Sunday afternoon at about 3:04 p.m. Eastern time. But that molded boots made in China is a tougher variant to track down. He also has a Dianoga Trash Monster graded UKG 90%. That one ends the same time, Sunday afternoon, our time here in the U.S. That's at 127 pounds, which is 161 US dollars. And again, there's other items that he has available. There's some last 17 that are high grade, things like that. Next up is a loose Complete Tauntaun with the catalog as well as the box. The box looks to be in great shape. The reins at first blush look to be uncracked or unbroken. That one's at $32. That one ends Sunday evening at 7:20 Central Time. So if you're looking for a nice clean Tauntaun, the box looks to be in pretty good shape, just light wear to it. The Tauntaun itself looks to be in really great shape, though. So if you're looking for one of those, there you go. Next up, I do have some comics that I had to show you. This is a CGC 9.8 with white pages for Star Wars number 68. And this is a deceptively expensive comic. There's only about 190 or so of these on the census in a 9.8 grade. I did pick one of these up. I probably overpaid for it about 3 or 4 and 5 months ago, somewhere in there. This is the first mention of Mandalorians in comics, and it's just kind of a key book that has really skyrocketed in price. It's actually usually more expensive now than Star Wars number 42, which is the first appearance of Boba Fett in comics. But obviously that cover is a little more desirable than this one, but this is definitely a key issue. And this one ends Sunday evening as well. And it's a brand new case, just graded from CGC. It's at $350. I expect this one to go for big money. Usually I would say at least $1,500 would be my guess on that one. But you know, that's a really key issue from the original Marvel run, and certainly a very desirable book if you're into comics. I also have Star Wars Thrawn number 3. This is the first comic book appearance of Arinda Price, who she has a pretty major role in the new Thrawn trilogies. She also made an appearance, I believe, in either Rebels or Clone Wars. Don't quote me. I think it's I think it's the Rebels cartoon series. But she's a pretty cool character, pretty ruthless, and she runs Lothal. She's like the governor of Lothal. And this is a great cover that features her on the cover along with Thrawn. And this is just the standard cover for issue number 3. There's also a 1 in 25 variant, or maybe 1 in 10 variant. I can't remember, but there's a retail incentive variant that's very, very pricey. But I really like this cover a lot. And, you know, the modern Star Wars books are all down right now in price. And right now it's at $26. It ends Sunday evening. You know, I'm hoping that if you're into this book that you can get it for under $125. But I haven't looked at the, you know, Go Collect sales data to see where it's trading lately. But that's a really great cover, and it's a good secondary key. I like Thrawn number 1 and number 6 better in terms of like holding it and, you know, having some collectability. But this is probably third on the list from that Thrawn series. I think the issues for Thrawn went through 1 through 6. It was kind of a mini series. But don't quote me on that. But that's a great cover. I love that one. And then One Stop Comic, Daniel over there. I've gotten to know Daniel. He's got some beautiful autographed CGC Star Wars books that I wanted to show you. I just pulled up a couple of them, but he's got others available. This one is Star Wars number 34, the action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher. This one is autographed by Sam Witwer, who also voiced Darth Maul in the Rebels series for a couple of episodes, as well as in the Clone Wars. And he also voiced Starkiller in the Force Unleashed video game. So he's a pretty prominent voice actor and likeness actor within the Star Wars expanded universe. And he's got a great signature there on this cover. It's the Darth Maul in hologram format. It's a 9.8 yellow signature series book. This one's at $51. I don't think this will sell for that high, maybe $125 or less. So keep an eye on that one. Here's the one I really want. This is awesome. This is a Clone Wars magazine autographed by both Ashley Eckstein as well as Rosario Dawson. So it's autographed by both of them. The signatures look awesome in green and orange marker. And this is a 9.8 with white pages, yellow signature series with Ahsoka on the cover. And I believe this is the glow-in-the-dark version where the lightsaber lights up, in the dark. So it's a really cool book to have both autographs for Ashley Eckstein as well as Rosario Dawson. This one's at $132.50. I think this is easily going to go over $200. I would say probably $250 minimum. You might even see $300. There's been a couple that he has sold with just Ashley Eckstein's autograph. My voice is really hoarse. I apologize. That have already sold in the 215 to 225 range, but those were only with Ashley Eckstein's signature. It did not have Rosario Dawson's signature, so I would expect this one to go for big money. But that one ends in 7 days, 12 hours at 8:47 p.m. Central Time. Next up, I've got a loose graded AFA 85 Power Droid. This one's at auction. This one ends Sunday morning. This one is here in the U.S. Free shipping. It's at $75. One bid so far. So if you're looking for a very high grade Power Droid, this one looks to be in pretty good shape. It says the older case style, and it's an AFA 85. Next up, I do have a seller here. I don't know this seller, so again, vet the seller. But I included a couple of his items here, but he's got way more available, and they're all loose, complete, vintage Star Wars figures that look to be in really great shape. The first one is an EV-99. This one ends Sunday morning. This one also is located here in the U.S. It's at $120 right now with 4 bids. And then he also has this Barada tape-sealed baggie that looks very, very mint. And this one's at $130. This one also ends Sunday morning, about 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Again, he's got other stuff available. I just at least wanted to point out 2 of them. Next up is the die-cast Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. This one looks to be really mint. I mean, I can't find anything wrong with it. I kind of zoomed in on the photos. So if you like these loose die-casts, this one is a really good way to start. This is a beautiful example, but it's located in Australia. So for my Australian viewers, hopefully you can pick this up, because unfortunately here in the U.S., we would have to pay another $25 shipping on it. But right now it's at 56 Australian dollars, which is $36.50 US dollars, and that one ends Sunday morning at 4:06 a.m. So you might have to use some sniper software unless you're an early bird riser like I am. But if you're in Australia, that one is a really clean example of the die-cast Darth Vader TIE Advanced. Next up, I've got a mint on card Cloud Car die-cast. This one also is a really nice example, but it does have some crunching at the stem of the blister there. So keep that in mind, but it is a clear blister based on what I can tell there. It's got some creasing going across the card back, and it's got some creases by the hang tab. It is a punched example, but this is probably at best like a 70, but it is a clear blister, mint on card, die-cast Cloud Car. So that one is located in the U.S., and that one ends Sunday morning at 12:19 a.m. So very early time there. You'd have to use some sniper software, I think, unless you're going to stay up late for that one. But that one's at $51 right now. Next up, I've got a beauty. This is, we're going to dig into the really expensive items now, but this is a Sice From mint on card graded by CAS 60. So it's partially unpunched with a KB Toys price sticker. Someone got this one for $1. They got a really good deal on that, but you can see Sice From there inside a clear blister. 60, 70, 90 are the subgrades on that one, but wow, what an awesome item. We know how expensive Sice From has become, not only loose or loose graded, but much less mint on card. So this one's going to go for a lot of money. This one ends Monday evening at 8:25 Eastern Time. Right now it's at $610 with $15 shipping. So if you're looking for one, there you go. Finally, we've got some beautiful items from Collectibles Investment Brokerage, and these are some big boy items. The first one is a Power of the Force prototype coin, graded AFA 85. This is for Luke Skywalker, X-Wing pilot. It's like a smaller coin. You can see on the label there where it says small. So this is kind of a prototype finish coin. And this one's at $149.50 right now. All of CIB's items in Sunday evening around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So there's the coin, and then it also includes a certificate of authenticity, noting that it is a prototype coin. So that's a really cool item. But here are the two big boy items. The first one is an AFA 85 JCPenney catalog 7-pack of villains. It includes the Emperor. It looks like it's got Klaatu in a skiff outfit, Nikto, the 8D8 torture droid, the Emperor's Royal Guard, the AT-ST driver, and the Rancor Keeper. And so this is the 7-pack with all those baggies displayed outside of the box. And there it is, 80 straight 85s for the sub-score. So this one's going to go for a lot of money, but it's a beautiful example. That one's at $420 right now in the auction, plus $35 shipping. And then finally, we've got a Grail that's at auction, which very rarely happens, but we got to show it. And that one is an AFA 70 mint on card, removable hood, Lily Letty Jawa. What a banger. This is incredible. This is a beautiful item. And here he is. It's got the hood. This is the positive card back. There is also a negative card back out there, but this one is graded AFA 70, removable hood, weapon on figure right. So I guess for some of these, the weapon was taped to the left-hand side. So they just noted that this one had the weapon taped to the right-hand side. So interesting that they would include that on there. I'd never seen that before. But 70, 70, 85 are the sub-scores. So I have no idea what this is going to go for. I really don't. Right now, it's at $2,800. This one in Sunday evening. I would imagine that this is going to go for a ton of money. I would guess easily double this price, if not maybe even triple. I have no idea. So it'll be fun to kind of cover this one in a later mint on card market update. But wow, what a beauty. And I hope that some of you have deeper pockets than me and can bid on this, because I would love for somebody to pick this one up. But wow, what an awesome item. And I hope that you found something that you like as you guys are out there hunting for toys, both vintage Kenner as well as vintage collection or comics. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.